Hello. It's Miss trying to figure it all out. Oh my goodness. So it is almost 1 a.m. Okay, so it's Saturday. Well, technically it's Sunday, but I just got finished working my Saturday shift. And I did not put my brows on today for work. It's okay. All right. They were there at some point. Just not today. They weren't drawn on today. They're just au natural today. So yeah, I after work, well, my knee was kind of bothering me at work. I'm just like falling apart, okay? um but yeah, everybody at my job is just like super tired, and a couple of them are actually starting to cut up a little bit. So yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later, maybe in another video. But whoa, okay. um so Aubrielle is not home. She is actually um with some friends. She went with some friends yesterday for that party I was telling you about. It's called the color party, and they each had a theme color and made baskets for that color and dressed in that color. And so yeah, they had their little party, and they had rented a room for the ladies gathering. So she's still gone. I thought she was going to come home maybe Saturday morning or afternoon, but she texted me like they're having a good time. They're gonna stay, and that she would be home Sunday. So you know what, I miss her, but I would just be probably asleep most of the day while she's here anyway, and I would much rather see her just have some fun with her friends and have a good time. Her having a good time and being able to do something like that that makes her feel happy blesses me. So yeah, so she's not here. Before I left my shift, I got online on my Domino's app and ordered pizza. I just was like, I'm just to that point that, like I said before, everything's running together. The last thing after working these kind of hours that I want to do is come home and cook. So, yeah, I probably could have come home and thrown together like a quick salad, but the thought of even chopping anything and taking out the cutting board and just doing anything like that, it's very unappealing to me right now. Even though I fix things that, I really enjoy and it tastes good, I was not really feeling being in the kitchen like that after work. So I got the spinach feta pizza. It's one of the specialty pizzas, and it comes on a thin crust. It's really good. The last time I got the spinach feta, I did it on the Brooklyn crust, but it's a thicker crust with the big slices. This time I just got it as it comes, and it's made with a thin crust, a thin little kind of crunchy crust. So really good. And I actually used a coupon, so it came with like Parmesan bites and one of the dippers, and I really wanted to try the new dipper, so I just tried the cheesy marinara. So but yeah, everything was really good. I was really hungry. But I got right up after I was done. I saved half my food for tomorrow, so that way when I get off my 8-hour shift, I won't have to worry about cooking anything, because then on the next day, I kick right back into 12 hours for the entire week, 5 days, and then we'll have to work Saturday and Sunday again. So yeah. Um, Actually, it's going to be 12 hours, 12 hours, 4 days, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those days I'll work 8 hours. So, yeah. Anyway, food was good. And when I got finished, I was watching just some stuff they had on TV, different documentaries, and kind of flipping channels to see what was on. Um, Took a look at my plants, and I think I need to tend to a couple of them. Luckily, my canna outside, like my canna is, it's tall now, and there's I believe 3 stalks, maybe 4, but I think there's at least 3 stalks, and they're really tall, and so I cannot wait for one of the flowers to bloom out of it. So, and then my one surviving hanging plant on the downstairs patio is doing great still, and I think that's because it's warm out there, and we've had some rain, some good rain. But the ones, my plants inside, many are doing good, but there's my one of my ZZ plants that was like doing great just a couple months back has really kind of gone down. I think it's because it's so cold in here. It's colder downstairs than it is up here, but it's always like that. Um, but yeah, it's cold. It's always like the spot that I've had it in, and I know that just from having plants in the, even though I don't have a green thumb, but just from having plants in the past, like when they like the spot they're in, it's best to just leave them there. And so I had just left the ZZ plant. I have a couple of them. I had just left it where it was at because it was doing so great. But now I think it's just too cold. I'm gonna have to maybe consider moving it to this upstairs. I have a downstairs patio and upstairs patio. Well, a downstairs balcony and an upstairs balcony. So and they both have the big doors, um, sliding doors. So I think that I could potentially move that ZZ plant. It doesn't like a lot of light, but I'm just trying to think of a warmer spot. So anyway, I'll figure it out. Out of my plants, that's the only one that I'm kind of really concerned about. I was concerned about one of my snake plants, which I'm like, you almost have to beat a snake plant in order to kill it. Okay, so how is this plant? One of the the leaves, you know how they grow up, one of the leaves was kind of turning yellow, and then it was kind of starting to lean over, and I'm like, I don't believe that I overwatered it. I know they don't need a lot of water because I I could be wrong. I don't have a green thumb, so excuse me if you're a plant person and I'm messing this up. But I believe it's a succulent. I could be wrong, but I don't believe I overwatered it. I felt the soil, and the soil was more dry than wet. So, and I'm thinking maybe that one got too cold too because of where the vent is. Like my plants were doing a lot better before it got hot enough that we were running the AC like we are now. Um, so yeah, I think I'm going to actually, I've been working these crazy hours, and this is my 8-hour shift where I'm home at night. I'm going to be home until I go to work tomorrow afternoon. So I want to take the time to dust everything, vacuum everything. I just got finished putting some clean dishes away because I really, even though the dishes are clean, I do not like anything in my kitchen sink at all. So I just got finished putting those away, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna do my cleaning routine of setting my timer, and I'm also going to try to sneak in a couple loads of laundry while I'm at it. And yeah, try to get that done, you know, because I like to be, you know, in a clean, organized space as much as possible. Things might get a little crazy where I might have, like you see, I have my throw that's on my bed because I just had it with me downstairs. Um, but I'm going to fold that and put it back in the chair. But so yeah, I'm going to set the timer. It's going to give me time to put everything back in its place from when I got ready for work and vacuum the floors. The only floors that aren't carpeted in my townhouse are the 3 bathrooms and my kitchen and the entryway. So everything else needs to be vacuumed. So I'm going to do that quickly and do some dusting and stuff. The only thing I'm not going to be able to do that I really want to do badly, I've had to talk myself out of it twice, is take out the pizza boxes because I have, with what I got the pizza and I got the dippers that are in a box that I've since transferred everything over to Tupperware. And then the dipper sauce, the dipper dip, which is the cheesy marinara, that container was in a pizza box. So I just took that container out and now I have 3 boxes. And then I had ordered one of the marble brownies. So I took that and put it in a airtight cake pan. So I have that box. So I have like 4 boxes that need to go out. I really don't like them just sitting in my kitchen, so I'm gonna just sit them for now, and then when I leave out to go to work tomorrow afternoon, I'll take those outside because I cannot stand to have stuff like that just sitting. So even though they're empty, I don't like that. So I'm gonna take those out tomorrow. I would do it tonight. Like I said, I had to talk myself out of it a couple times, but it is almost pitch black back there where we have 3 areas. Even though the complex is small, we have 3 areas where there's dumpsters, and all 3 areas are like pitch black. Like I typically, if I have to take something out at night, I ask Gabrielle to watch me. Sometimes she'll go with me, but it is extremely rare for me to, if I go out there at nighttime, it's because I have decided to clean the fridge out and I'm not gonna leave that food just sitting even though it's in the trash bag. So I want to take it out immediately. But in this case, the empty pizza boxes are gonna have to wait until daylight, and then I can just stick it in there before I leave for work. Because, you know, us single ladies got to be safe. um, so, yeah. So let me go ahead. It is now exactly 1 a.m. What's an ugly face? So I'm going to go ahead and get my timer set. And then I'm going to do some cleaning. And then maybe when I get back, I will share with you guys what all I accomplished. And I still have work clothes on, but it's okay. I'm going to keep them on until I get done cleaning. And maybe while I'm at it, I'll take a quick video of my plants. And I know I always talk about the same piece of art of mine that I really am attached to. I really am. And I know you guys have seen it before, but I just love this piece. It has a certain emotion behind it that I feel every time I look at it, and it I don't know, I can relate to it every time I look at it, you know. But it's Mister, and so while I'm videotaping my plants, I'll videotape Mister. See, I could say hello, Mister. So okay, so timer is going to be set for, I don't want to get carried away. So I'm gonna say it's 1:02 a.m. right now. I'm gonna set my timer for 40 minutes this time. Typically I do about 15, 20, maybe no more than 30 minutes, but this time I'm gonna do 40 minutes. That way I can um, hop in the shower real quick. Okay, so I will see you in the morning. Hey guys, so I am back. I have done my cleaning. I am out of the shower. The bath. I ended up taking a bath. I did not put my hair down, but the steam I just took my hair bands off and kind of let my hair enjoy the steam of the bath. So, yeah, nice relaxing bath. And actually, let me grab my lotion real quick. So I have some lotion here. I think I showed you guys this before, but this is one of my absolute favorite after bath and after shower lotions. So it's this one here. And it says stress relief, and I don't know if, I don't know if that's what's so appealing about it to me. Maybe it's reducing my stress some way and I don't realize it. I do believe in aromatherapy, so but yeah, I just love the smell of like eucalyptus after a bath. And does this have anything else in it? Eucalyptus and spearmint. So yes, very refreshing and relaxing. So I got quite a bit done. I vacuuming my floors and dusting and that sort of thing was number one. I also got my plants taken care of. I moved one that I think was in an area getting really cold. I got my laundry started. What else did I do? Just did a little bit of organization, and I was able to get my clothes out the dryer and get those folded and put away. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And I'm freshly washed. So that means a lot. Um, So yeah, I'm getting ready to get some moisturizer on my face and get some lotion on. I just charged up my, oh, it smells so good, my watch, um, because you guys know I like to wear my watch to sleep, even though, let's see what time it is. It's only 2:49. I mean, I will probably be up for at least 4 or 5 more hours. So yeah, it's a little early for me. I don't know why I was thinking it was gonna be later, but it's, yeah, 2:49. That's early for me. um earlier I'd eaten, but I didn't eat any of the brownies, so I might go have a little piece of that. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of calling my name, but then again, I don't know. We'll see. There's lotion on these feet. I think I'm gonna find something really good to watch. Amazon Prime, scratched a little too hard. Amazon Prime has had some really good stuff on. And I know I was telling you guys in my earlier video about watching the Waltons. Like, I don't know how many episodes there is, but one thing that struck me, like, that really just reminds me of back in the day is that my grandparents and with my aunt is that at the end of the Waltons, if you guys have seen any of the episodes, if you even know what I'm talking about, okay? But at the end of the Waltons, like they show the house and like the family members are getting ready to go to bed, obviously, and they're in there talking, and the scene is of the house, and you hear them say, "Good night, John Boy," like they're saying good night to one another one at a time. I just something about that. I am so geeky, okay? But I don't know. I just really like that. So, ooh, this is if this falls over, it's not plastic, so it's gonna be loud. So yeah, I when I was stuck on a couple of other movies, like that were actually movies, like Hatfield and McCoy's, and that while I was stuck on the episodes watching the thing about Pam. I ended up, if you guys saw the video where I had first got turned on to that, and then I read the story in the, after seeing, where did I first see it at? I think I first saw it like on Hulu when I had Hulu, but I don't have Hulu anymore. But I have Netflix and Amazon Prime right now. So when it was on Hulu, I watched it for the first time and I was like, oh my goodness. So the whole run on Hulu, I had like saved it to my favorites, and then the whole run, I watched it probably every single morning before bed. Like while I was laying in bed, I would turn it on. When I would be getting ready for work, I'd get up and I'd just have it playing, and I would always start it from the beginning. And there are lots of episodes, so it would never play through, but yet I would still start it over from the beginning every time I watched it. And I got so like obsessed with that that I ordered the DVD on Amazon. So now, and it's actually in my DVD player right now, because when I something I can't remember what happened with Hulu. Like they were no longer, I was no longer gonna be able to get it on my TV up here and downstairs, even though, you know, I have a smart TV. I'm not sure, it was Samsung or something like that. I don't know. There was something like that, and so I couldn't get it, and so I ended up ordering the movie. And then when I got turned on to Hatfield and McCoy's, I saw that for the first time on the History Channel, and just laying around on one of my days off in the afternoon, watched it. And when I watched it, I became completely obsessed with the good acting and with the story. And then after I watched it, like I remember I laid there and I looked up the history of the Hatfields and McCoys. And then I wanted to see the real Hatfield and McCoys. So I looked up the pictures, which were all in black and white, of course. But once I saw the real people, um, Ants Hatfield, and then I saw, um, oh, what was his name? I said it too fast. I said it too fast. But when I saw who McCoy was, that the real person, um, like I couldn't stop. I looked up John C. Hatfield. John C. Hatfield. I looked up everyone, all the brothers. I looked up all the scenarios when what was his name? They had a younger one that was had mental retardation, and he ended up getting hung back in that time. Um, so it was just, I wanted to see if that was real and what happened with that. And it showed the real person. And yeah, it was quite the obsession. I ended up watching that, and I looked it up for a long time. I was obsessed like every day. I just wanted to learn more and more about that piece of history. Um, Randall McCoy. I knew it was in this, I had to dig for it. Randall McCoy. Like, you guys, no joke. I've seen it probably well over 100 times. So I should know, like sometimes when it's on, I'll start talking, I'll start saying what they're saying at the same time. Like, but, so yeah, I ended up ordering that on DVD. So I have that on DVD as well, just in case. It's on Netflix right now, and I have it saved in my favorites. And when next Netflix first started airing it, I, like I said, saved it to my favorites. And every morning when I got off work and I came up here, I would run my bath or get my shower, turn that on, and then I would get out my bathroom, start it over, lay in bed, sometimes sit in bed or sit in my chair, have a snack, start it over. If I went downstairs and missed something, I come back, start it, rewind it to the point I left off, like I'd never seen it before. Like, it complete obsession with that. So yeah, right now my obsession is the Waltons. I was actually obsessed with Crooklyn like that too, and I have Crooklyn on DVD. So, and there's certain points in that movie that I can also, I know word for word, and it just make me crack up. Crooklyn is one of those, it's a Spike Lee movie. It makes me happy when I watch it, and it also makes me sad. So yeah, but it's really good, and it's real nostalgic. Like in the beginning when I see the kids and they're running around with those tube socks with the thick colors around them, you youngins probably don't know anything about anything. All you guys know is probably no-show socks or whatever. But yeah, there were tube socks is what we always called them. And both my brothers had tube socks, and those socks were long. They were like almost to your knee, and the top of the sock had two bands, or yeah, I think it was two bands of colors, and it would be red or blue or whatever. I mainly remember red and blue that my brothers had. So yeah, tube socks. So funny. But at the beginning of Crooklyn, that's what they show. And even the music that they play in that movie is just, it'll take you back, you know. So took me back to some good times, some good memories, and some sad ones too. So I also have that on DVD. um, so yeah, I like my movies. My movies for me are just a good escape from just the hectic nature of everyday life. Just work, work, work. And it's funny because when I went to the nail shop this last time, I ended up going to someone different because, as I've told you before, my nail tech is out of the country. He's going to be back on the 14th, and I go back again on the 15th or 16th. I don't know. Before he left, I made an appointment because I'm like, I know I'm going to want to get in. So, but I was going to try to get through this without yawning. Here I go. Because once one comes, it's like contagion. Like they just keep on, and the next one comes and comes and comes. Like, oh my goodness. So, but yeah, so I was at the nail shop, and the person that did my nails, um, I've known her a very long time. Like my nail tech, I've known over 20 years. When Aubrey was a little girl, and we used to go to the shop that he actually worked in. He owns the shop now that I go to, but he actually worked in a shop and recruited most of the people from there that now work in his shop. Um, but anyway, they used to let Aubrey come with. I used to have her with me at nail appointments, and she was just a little girl, and she would want to see all the nail polishes, and they would let her go over and organize all the nail polishes, and she just loved that. She really did. She got to touch them and see all the colors, and her being a little girl, that was fun. So but yeah, anyway, so the nail tech that did my nails, I've known her just as long, over 20 years. And so she was asking if I had to work, and I told her, yeah, I had told her, I said, I'm trying to get done here so I can go home and try to get some sleep before I go back in. I'm really tired. And because at first she was like, well, she didn't realize that I wanted my toenails polished too, so that it matches my fingernails. So she's like, well, I might have to find someone else to polish your toenails. And I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is going to have me here longer and longer and longer. And I kind of wasn't feeling that. I was so tired. I was thinking in my head, well, if there's no one to do these feet, after she's done with my nails, then I guess I'll just be waiting until my nail tech comes back in a couple weeks. So, but she got somebody. But anyway, while she was doing my nails, we were talking, and she was talking about how much I work, and she was talking about, she's aware of the times that I've been really ill, and how sick I was when I wasn't able to really go there like I wanted to. And she was just saying that you have to take care of yourself, which I know, but she was like, you can't work all these hours. She said, just call off. She said it, I said, but I told her, I said, well, these are the hours that are scheduled. It's on the schedule. It's not, these are hours that everyone is scheduled right now, 7 days a week, 12s during the week, and then 8s on the weekends. So she's like, you work like this all the time. She said, she said, it's just your nature to be dedicated. And she's so right. Like, she read me so right. It's my nature to be dedicated. And she said, you're just the type, you always want to do the right thing. And she said, but you always want to she said something that Aubrey said, that I always want to put everything and everyone before myself. And she said, you have to put yourself first this time. She said, put yourself first. She said, you call off when you're tired, and you let them know, I'm tired, I can't do anymore. But, and I was like, yeah, just kind of like, yeah, just getting through the conversation. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I have bills that I have to pay. I run this household, even though it's me and Aubrey. I run this household. I have to take care of myself. I don't have that other person or another person to be able to fall back on or to, take the burden off. It's all on me. So, and that's just the way life is for me. This is the life that I have, and this is the life that I kind of, I have to, what do I want to say? I kind of have to deal with what's on my plate, put it that way. So, and just, it'd be nice if I could just call off. But realistically, I mean, if I was to call off, that would be a huge deal. Not only would it affect, you know, the people at my job, it would affect the new person that I've been training. I don't know if it may be too soon for that. And if I'm going to miss work, then I'm not just going to call off. I don't want that on my attendance record. Like I said, I've only called off one time since I've been at this job, and that was when I started the medication, one of my medications, and it just made me, I was in traffic and I just threw up everywhere, and I was like, you know what? I need to go home and get myself together and lay down. So, yeah, outside of that, I've never called off, and that is not my nature to just call off of work. If I miss work, then I'm probably hospitalized or, I've had something happen in my family. So, but yeah, that's just not my nature, just to call off. So, but it was just really interesting getting that feedback from someone that I only see when I'm getting my nails done. And me and her, we don't, we say hi to one another every time I'm there, but that's about it. So for her to be able to have that much, to be able to see that much, have that much insight, with the little bit that she sees me, was very interesting, because the feedback that she gave me was kind of the same feedback I get from people who do know me well and who see me all the time. Not all the time, but consistently. So it's just one of those things, like it kind of put me into deep thought. Like it was kind of like, I get deep in my thoughts sometimes, y'all. It's just who I am. But, I was thinking it's interesting, like when a child is born, like when I was born, I didn't have a choice. I was given this life. I was given this life, and then I don't want this to sound wrong or ungrateful or anything. So I'm so appreciative that, of my parents, but I was given this life, and I didn't have a choice whether or not I was going to live it. You know what I mean? I kind of, I was born, and then I have to, and I didn't get in that kind of deep thought about it. Like when I knew I wanted to have a child, like I didn't think, you know, I, I'm, I was just so selfishly wanting, you know, a baby. So I wanted to be a mom, and I just wanted that so bad, but I didn't get into the deep thoughts. Like, I'm forcing someone into this world and who may not have a good life, or who may not, you know, I don't know. I just got deep in my thoughts, okay? But so yeah, I thought hard on that, and then I think I thought a little too hard on it, because as I was leaving there, you guys know I'm an emotional eater. I immediately started having a headache, and part of it I think was sleep deprivation. Part of it I think was I was just too into my thoughts at the moment, and yeah, so on the way home from the nail shop, I stopped and I immediately got fries and a Frosty. Like, and I needed to come home and lay straight down, but I got a small strawberry Frosty and an order of fries, and here I am eating fries and a Frosty, and then I ate that, laid down, went to work, and just dealt with it. So yeah, every day is just not rainbows and flowers and cotton candy, okay? Sometimes it's a challenge. I put it that way. But yeah, it was just interesting when she said, just call off. I'm like, it would be lovely if I could just call off. Even when I was married and there were two incomes, I couldn't just call off. So, um, yeah, that was just, but I appreciated her honest feedback. She didn't tell me anything that I had not heard, you know. So I have had people in the past like, just quit, do something else. And I'm like, okay. That's interesting. I mean, I gotta pay my bills and, take care of myself, make sure I have what I need. Uh, I want to be able to be there for my aging mother and any other person that's in my circle, family or friend that may need help with something. So that's real important. And plus, I want to be able to retire one day. And when I retire, I don't want to have to be a retired person out trying to search for work because I can't survive. I have to be able to try to be prepared for my retirement. I have to. So yeah, just some interesting conversations that I've had and appreciated. I did. I appreciate the feedback and the insight because sometimes, like, I know how I am. I'm somewhat of a workaholic anyway, so and a busybody. Like, I just need to try to focus and be able to relax sometimes. I'm aware of that, very aware. So yeah, I'm gonna put my watch on. Trying to think what I don't know if I'm gonna start out watching the Waltons. I might see if there are any new movies that have uploaded onto Netflix, or any new interrogations or something like that. Okay. Get some gloves on so I can fold my hair for a minute. If the washer's done, I can put my stuff in the dryer, and then once I come back upstairs, I'm not going to be going back downstairs until tomorrow afternoon. I always kind of wait. Well, you know what? I will, because I usually try to wait till right when it starts to get a little light outside, and then I turn my outside lights out and open the blinds so that I have a goldfish plant where the blooms look like little orange goldfish. Like, it is so funny. My mom's plants are amazing. in her house and outside of her house. And she's got that huge pond area that's, I mean, it's just an amazing setting, very serene. But her goldfish plants, like mine, don't have anything on hers, even though the one I have is from hers. Um, and she had hers directly in front of a window, and I also have mine directly in front of a big window downstairs. But the way the side of the outside that window, it's a big window. I mean, it's actually a patio sized window. It's that big. But the way that the outside siding is, like it blocks it, the plant gets light, but a lot of that sunlight that comes in that direction is blocked by the building. So I need to figure, I mean, but it's growing well. I'm just not getting any goldfish blooms. Let me take that back. I did have some goldfish blooms, but just not like hers. And then the blooms that I was getting, they were like, they would dry out quick. Like hers are all plump and fresh looking, and mine were looking like, help me. I know I'm not just tripping. Like my roots, look like I'm gonna need some color soon. I just colored, what, a few weeks ago. Yeah, I just colored a few weeks ago. I have so many different textures to my hair. I have all the 4s and some 3 going on up in there. Lord. Okay. I think maybe let's just do something protective while I'm sleeping. It's not necessary to do anything to my hair. Usually I just tie it up or something, or put a scrunchie or something. I just feel like being extra right now. Being extra. See my grays coming in this area? Like, that's new growth, y'all. I'll try to do a real quick protective style just for sleeping. Even though I do have, I don't know if you guys ever look at any of my older videos, but I have a video that I posted, like, it was probably when I first started uploading videos, like in January. So the video is probably like done in January or February, but it is a slideshow of me and the natural hairstyles that I've had over time. It's kind of cool. But I actually used to take all my hair and put it to the side and wear French braid just on the side. my hair was more of a brick red instead of a coppery red in that at that time though. Like when I did the video that I uploaded, it's more of a brick red. I think I was using Red Hot Red then, and then I switched and started using a more copper red for whatever reason. I don't know. I go through my phases with hair color. I was blonde forever and really loved it. I can't remember why I went red, and it's just, I've always wanted to go back blonde. Not to say that I never will, but the last time I tried to lift my hair to get it as blonde as I wanted it to be, it was just like, I was like, I'm gonna be bald. I was like, I'm straight gonna be bald headed if I keep this up. So just put a little hairpin. Oh, while I was at work, I was like, I'm probably gonna do a get ready with me tonight, buy some energy. I got home and I was like, it's not gonna happen because I need to put these dishes away. I need to do this. I need to do that. I was like, I need to vacuum. I need dust. So yeah, didn't happen. But my place is clean and it smells good. So maybe tomorrow, I'm thinking about using my hair steamer tomorrow and steaming my hair and my face. I'm not 100% on that. I kind of want to do that and then fill my aromatherapy diffuser at my aroma diffuser. So I still have lots of oils and stuff for that. Nice little protective style for sleeping, and it's comfortable. Sometimes when I sleep with my hair in a band or like in a bun or something, it's uncomfortable. So oh, I'm so silly. But so yeah, not feeling coffee tonight, which is rare. I have to get my butt situated. But or my behind. I remember my mom when you were young, you weren't allowed to say butt. You better say behind or bottom. Could not say butt. But I think I'm just gonna do the Coke Zero. My sleepiness is like, now that I'm not doing anything, like that's how I've been lately because I've been so tired. Like the minute I'm not doing anything, I start just like my eyelids get heavy, but I know it's too early for me to go to sleep. If I was to go to sleep now, so it's 3:23. If I went to sleep now, I would be up before noon. Like no. So I think because I do have to be up earlier today because it's my 8-hour shift, I probably will maybe go to bed in a few hours instead of as late as I thought. Maybe I'll try to go to sleep by about 6:30 instead of 7:30. So we'll see. I'm going to get my contacts out and find something good to watch. I think I'm actually just going to sit in my chair with my throw for a little bit. And I moved my puff in front of my chair so that way I can put my feet up and really relax. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then eventually I will get on in the bed and try to get some sleep. Because, yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a long Sunday, a long 8-hour shift. And when I'm off tomorrow night, I know I'm just going to be anticipating the work week starting and then starting over with the 12-hour shifts. I'm really need to pray on that. I really need to try to meditate a little bit. I think maybe tomorrow, in addition to steaming my face and hair, maybe I can just do a whole cleansing and just maybe get a little exercise in. I used to do exercise off the TV all the time. I was doing it faithfully, especially after I saw the cardiologist. And then the more tired I got from work, the more I slowed down on it. So maybe I'm going to try my best to figure out a way to incorporate that back into my daily routines. If not every day, like at least a few days a week, because I know I am walking, doing all the 20,000, 15,000 steps at work. I get that. Like sometimes after I get home, the last thing I'm thinking about is doing some exercise. But the videos that I do, they even have some that are like 10-minute video. You can do a 15-minute video, or you can do a 30-minute video, or I can do a 1-hour video. So I have lots of options available. So, you know how we do. We just take it one day at a time, okay? Yeah, you guys, I'm going to get ready to wind it on down, find something to watch on TV. And first I want to go get my cup of ice, and hopefully you guys will have a good, I know you're asleep now, but when you get up, I hope you guys have a great Sunday, a relaxing Sunday, and I hope that you get to spend it with the people that you love and appreciate and who appreciate you. I appreciate you. Bye.